I haven't handwritten a line of code in over an year. I describe what I want, and AI writes it, I review it. And the uncomfortable part, I am shipping more than ever I did typing every line myself. So either I just automated my own job and should be terrified, or everyone panicking about AI replacing developers is missing what's actually happening. I think it's the second one, mostly. And I am not going to pretend the fear is fake. For people trying to break in, the numbers are genuinely brutal. The junior share of tech hiring roughly halved, from about 15% down to 7. Postings aimed at juniors dropped something like 60% since 2022. Developers in their early 20s have actually seen their employment shrink. If you are starting out right now, it's harder than it's been in years. That part's real. But here is where I think the panic gets the story wrong. AI didn't replace developers, it replaced typing. Those aren't the same thing. And the whole scary argument falls apart the second you stop mixing them. To give it credits first, because it ends it. The boring 80% of the job, it's genuinely fantastic at it. The CRUD endpoints, the test scaffolding, the config files, the stuff you used to copy off Stack Overflow. The exact syntax you would forget and re-Google every time, I don't memorize that anymore. I just say what I want. You can know the fundamentals of a tool, what it is, how it fits without knowing its exact syntax and still build with it. That's a real superpower. Now the hype says this makes you 10 times faster. Honestly, that part's mostly a myth. It does make you faster on the mundane stuff, real and noticeable, but more like 10 or 15% overall, not 10x. And it comes with a tax. AI written code tends to ship more bugs. Studies put it around at 1.7 times more. Experienced developers can even end up slower with it because the time you save typing, you spend reviewing what it got subtly wrong. It's a power tool, not a magic wand. Treat it like a magic wand and it quietly costs you. Because the moment you go past the mundane stuff, a real app, real users, real money on the line, this cracks show fast. The weird input nobody thought of. AI does not know what it does not know. It will happily write code that works on your laptop and falls over the second real traffic hits it. And the big one, reasoning about the whole system, deciding what to even build and why. It can write the code, it can be the person who thinks of all of that. Now the obvious comeback. Sure, but the models keep getting better. Won't they just close the gap? Some of it, yeah, but the gap that actually matters isn't syntax. It's judgment, context, and accountability. And those don't come from a bigger model. Even a flawless coder still needs someone to decide what's worth building and to answer for it when it breaks. Better autocomplete does not remove that person, it makes them more valuable. And that's the shift nobody puts on a layoff headline. The job did not disappear, it moved up a level from writing the code to deciding what's right, catching up what's wrong, and owning what ships, from typing speed to judgment. So, what does the work actually look like now? A lot more thinking than typing. You bring the fundamentals, what good looks like, how the pieces fit together. You describe the intent and let the AI do the heavy lifting on the actual code. Then the part that's still entirely on you, review it, stress it, own whatever goes out. When it breaks at 2 am, the AI does not get paged, you do. But I want to be honest about the part that actually worries me because most takes on this just skip it. All that boring work AI now does, that's exactly the work juniors used to cut their teeth on. The reps that slowly turn a junior into a senior. So if AI does the junior work, where do the next seniors come from? I genuinely don't even have a clean answer, and anyone who says they do is guessing. You don't get seniors without juniors first. Zoom out though, and it looks like extinction and more like a rebalancing. Demand for experienced engineers is actually up. Senior roles are holding, even growing. Overall, software jobs are still projected to grow this decade. The field isn't shrinking. It's the shape that's changing. Fewer rungs at the bottom, more valuable at the top. Great if you're already climbing, brutal if you are trying to get on. So, is AI killing software engineering? My honest verdict after a year of barely typing. No, it's killing one definition of it, the one where the job was producing lines of code. The people actually at risk aren't developers. They were whoever only ever typed and never learned to think about the system. If you can do the thinking, that is the most leverage you have ever had. So, if you are starting out or just nervous about where you stand, here is what I would actually do. Keep your fundamentals strong. That's the part AI cannot hand you, and it's the part that's now worth the most. Adopt these tools now today, not later. Being fluent at directing AI is quietly becoming the skill. And build real things with them, not tutorials, actual projects with real edge cases. That's how you learn the judgment, not the syntax. That's my honest read. Typing got automated, thinking didn't, and the job leveled up to match. I really want yours, especially on the junior question, where do the next seniors come from? Tell me in the comments if this was useful, subscribe. I break this stuff down every week. See you in the next one.